Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Updates and spoilers for Days of Our Lives make Nicole Walker DiMera nervous by teasing her. Baby boy DiMera will go missing after everyone has arrived at the hospital following Nicole's delivery on the side of the road. Leo Stark instructed him to take the premature child to the hospital after he and Dimitri collided and broke Nicole's water. Nicole had resisted, but he persuaded her to go along because the baby was born prematurely and Nicole might have internal injuries. Leo waited with Nicole until Eric Brady, who just so happened to be traveling that evening, arrived. EJ followed shortly after. Then, as they were still on the run and didn't want to be apprehended, they were attempting to apprehend Dr. Wilhelm Rolf, Richard Warden. Leo set out to find Dimitri. They obviously missed the sub, so they'll need to think something else out. However, before they can do that, Leo needs to locate Dimitri because he's not sure if he gave the baby to anyone. After arriving at the hospital, Nicole, Eric, and EJ, who is anxious about Nicole, part ways, with EJ having to head to the police station because he is now the district attorney. Jada Hunter was being examined in the hospital where Rafe Hernandez had also ended up. Rafe and EJ returned to the station after getting her checked out because Dimitri had cold-cocked her with her own gun and she might have suffered a concussion. EJ spots an empty baby carriage. It turns out that Dimitri discovered it, abandoned the infant inside, and fled. Leo is quickly located. Rafe is standing behind EJ in the Salem Police Department, asking him where his son is. Meanwhile, Dimitri had handed the infant over to Melinda Trask, who assured him that he would be looked for and brought to see her by a doctor named Pierce. Dimitri, the baby, and Dr. Pierce met in a hospital office where the doctor examined the small preemie and gave Dimitri the assurance he would be well. At the time, Dimitri questioned why Melinda was removing the child from him rather than placing it in the hospital nursery. Later on, he will regret what he did. Meanwhile, Eric tries to reassure a terrified Nicole while EJ keeps bugging Leo. Now would be the perfect time for Sami to return to Salem, if there ever was one. Days of Our Lives really needs Marlena's girls now that Belle has left, even though we know she pledged never to step foot in the town again. Furthermore, we sense that EJ will soon require a swift kick in the pants, because he will probably find out too soon that his son isn't dead, even if he is currently grieving the loss of his and Nicole's baby, and he's not the EJ's. While we don't know when the truth will surface, it's definitely coming, so now would be a great moment for Allison Sweeney to return to Days and resume filming. In honor of the 58th anniversary of Days of Our Lives, the actress shared a fun old pic from behind the scenes in the Days control booth with executive producer Ken Corday last week. People still wished Sweeney would bring Sami back to Days of Our Lives in Salem. Even though she spends a significant amount of her time at Hallmark these days between the Murder, She Baked movies and the Wedding Veil trilogies. However, a far more recent post was the one that truly got people talking. The actress captioned a gorgeous behind-the-scenes photo she posted on social media with the words, "So happy to be back in the makeup trailer." Put another way, she's back to filming a television project, though we have no idea what just yet. Even though Sami has pledged to never return after Lucas' treachery, the time would be ideal, as we previously mentioned. You can never say never in Salem, as we all know. As Deborah Henley replied, "Allie, you look fantastic. Though I would really like a Hallmark film as well. I hope the makeup chair is for Days. I've been a fan for a long time. I adore you, Allie." Shufli Allen pondered whether she was receiving special treatment for Team Hannah or Team Sami. Count me in for either one. Having stated that, even if it would be amazing for Sami to return home, the actor's strike has just ended, which allows for the final advancement of many projects that have been shelved for months. Therefore, even though we won't be holding our breath to see Marlena's mischievous daughter return to Salem, we still won't give up hope. We're thrilled that Sweeney is returning to work and bringing something we know we'll adore back to our TV screens, regardless of what she's filming. Between 2003 and 2006, Kyle Brandt played Philip Kyriakis on Days of Our Lives, a role that left many fans smitten. But this week, he admitted to having his own obsession during an appearance on a celebrity-themed primetime episode of the beloved game program Wheel of Fortune, and then said something so corny that Pat Sajak, the host of the show, had to halt. "Let's just lay it out there," Brandt, who is the presenter of Good Morning Football, added. "With all due respect, my wife is present, and you are a TV legend. You were my childhood idol. I adore you. You were the jigsaw I have been trying to solve for a long time, and I'm so happy to finally be here." Vanna first hoped that his charm would have earned him favor with the beauty, as he struggled to comprehend Brandt's words, and finally settled on the phrase, "Wow." "Vanna, if you have any advice for me today, as I think you are in charge of the board." To me, Pat, who I adore, this is the Vanna Show. Vanna did give the actor-turned-pundit some advice after thanking him. Her initial suggestion was to buy vowels, and then she said to pretend like you're in your own living room, not here. Her next advice, meanwhile, would have been challenging for Brandt to accept. "Pay attention to the puzzle board, not me. All right? Don't include me in it. Consider the puzzle." While a visibly amused Brandt was expressing gratitude to the object of his childhood fantasies, Sajak shook his head, desiring to go back to a specific, as the show put it, turn of phrase. The host repeated, startled, "You were the puzzle I wanted to solve," to the chuckles of fellow celebrities Roy Wood Jr. and Natasha Leggero. "Kyle, this is your line." The former serial star defended himself by saying, "It simply spilled out. I had no idea that moment would arrive. Did I go bankrupt on that one, Pat?" As you can see below, Brandt demonstrated his willingness to participate by tweeting about the event and calling it the most fun I've ever had. So, using Vanna's excellent advice, how did Brandt, who was performing to support the Make-A-Wish Foundation, fare? In both of the 2 half-hour parts, he advanced to the bonus round and left with $169,500 for the charity. The massive issue that is about to blow up in Salem is revealed in the spoilers for Thursday, November 16th's episode of Days of Our Lives. A character issues commands, another offers a warning, and 2 ex-couples cross paths. What can fans anticipate from the performance on Thursday? It's time to get started. Thursday, November 16th, day teasers suggest that Steve Johnson may suspend Konstantin Meliodas. More teasers hint that he and John Black are getting ready to travel to Greece in order to investigate Victor Kyriakis' old friend. So Mr. Meliodas had better be careful when visiting Salem. Since the elder guy gave Maggie Kyriakis that tablecloth to celebrate her anniversary with Victor, Steve has been wary of Konstantin. Although there were tags still on it, suggesting he had just purchased it, he claimed to have gotten it from Victor's house in Greece. When Black Patch travels to Victor's native country, what will they discover? It will be up to the fans to find out. Speaking of Konstantin, Thursday, November 16th, all spoilers state that he will give Theresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, some instructions and make it apparent what he wants her to do next. Awaiting part of the huge payout from the Will Forge fraud, he may put pressure on Ms. Donovan to wed Alex Kyriakis after receiving Steve's warning. Around town, Thursday's Days spoilers suggest that Stephanie Johnson's ears might burn since she will cross paths with both of her ex-boyfriends. Everett Lynch, Steph's ex from Seattle, is rumored to be meeting Alex, her ex from Salem. Will they get along well, or will they irritate each other more? Given that they both know Stephanie, they may have a lot to discuss. Are you anticipating the episode on Thursday? Post your ideas in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.